Greetings, everybody. Dave DeWalt here. I'm the founder and CEO of NightDragon. We're coming to you live from the RSA Cybersecurity Conference in San Francisco. My 21st RSA conference. It's so fun to be here with all my friends and family here, it seems like, in the cyber community. We're doing NightVision with Nasdaq live today, and we have some special guests. But first, I want to introduce my co-host, which is a great friend of mine, David Chen, the Global Head of Technology Investment Banking for Morgan Stanley, who I think has taken almost all my companies public that I've been a part of, sold all my companies, all of that. It's great to see you, my friend. It's so fun to. So we're going to call this the Dave and Dave Show today. So we'll have a little fun with that. We have a special guest, one of the biggest rising titans, in my opinion, in all of cyber. Watching you work, Yotam, has been fantastic. The CEO and founder of Cyera is here with us. And oh my God, last year we were chatting, and I believe you were working on like a $1.4 billion valuation. Turned out to be like $3 billion. You're one of the fastest growing companies. Tell everybody just for a minute, what does Cyera do, so the audience hears that for a sec.
Absolutely. So Cyera is in the data security space. We help enterprises build and operate their data security program efficiently, starting with DSPM, data discovery and classification, moving into identity and the data access governance piece, and tying into DLP, the preventative controls. Now do we help organizations not only know what data they have, but also control and protect it from insider risk and from external risk.
Right. I mean, Yotam, let's dive into that in terms of the landscape, in terms of what companies we see. I mean, you just mentioned DLP, you mentioned DSPM. I mean, I could give you a dozen companies in each one of those categories.
Yep.
So, like, what sets Cyera apart? What's been the key to your success?
First of all, I'll say that the cybersecurity market is vast.
Yeah.
I think it's, we're seeing these days 100 billion plus market cap cybersecurity companies. We couldn't have even imagined that 5 years ago. And if I was a betting man, if I was a betting man, and I am, I would bet that we're going to see them much bigger in 5 years from now. So I think, first of all, that, cyber, like many other businesses, but especially cyber, is broad enough that there's room for many players and many diverse capabilities. For us at Cyera, I think the capabilities or the approaches that set us apart is, first of all, that as a company, we're committed to a very, very big mission. We want to be able to provide an end-to-end data security platform for our customers, starting with getting to know their data, getting visibility into their data, all the way to the most intricate protection and security mechanisms required. And that's our mission, that's our goal, and we've been very fortunate to partner on that mission with some of the biggest, most meaningful enterprises in the US and the world. And we've been very fortunate to get the funding that we need in order to accelerate into that mission, build the technology that is required, and really leverage AI as the most game-changing technology in the market today to bring that vision into reality for our enterprise customers.
Spend a little time on AI for a minute, because this is key. I know we're here at the show. You can't walk 5 feet without AI or agentic being mentioned, but truly a data security platform like you've built really harnesses and helps to enable AI as well. So talk a little bit about AI's intersection with you so everybody hears that.
Yeah, so I think AI for us is super important, both as a technology that we leverage in the platform for many outcomes that are unique, but also because we're supporting our customers on their AI adoption use cases, right? Like when you think about AI in the enterprise, it's all about GPUs and data. GPUs, you look at NVIDIA, it's doing pretty well. The data aspect is really, really underserved. And I think that the biggest needs that our customers have today are around controlling what data goes into these LLMs, whether it's the co-pilots of the world or internal LLMs they've built, making those AI applications work for the enterprise and work responsibly is one of the biggest challenges we're dealing with and supporting customers on. And for us, we're all about the data aspect of that. What data goes into the LLMs, what data is being queried out of the LLMs, and is that sensitive and is it appropriate? So that's the first part that is crucial. For us as a technology, AI allows us to do things that weren't possible before. If you think about data classification and how that's evolved in the industry, it started with the manual approach of, every employee in the company, in the corporation, will manually tag every document they create.
That was my McAfee days, by the way. It was,
that was the best you could do back then. And it served a purpose and it started to create awareness. But even if you look at the most regulated organizations like Morgan Stanley, those approaches haven't really scaled well and haven't really delivered the value that is needed. And with AI in the game, you can actually approach automated data classification and get accuracy, fidelity, context that just wasn't available in the past. So that is allowing us to create a sensitive data inventory for our customers that is better than anything they ever imagined, right? Because we're replacing something that was a manual process, very, very prone to mistakes, or, even I want to send the document out, so I label it as public. What can I do? Replacing that with an automated technical control that is actually able to validate the data, do that with the intelligence that AI is bringing into the game. That's one example. Another example is in the DLP space, where we're looking at the rate of false positives that organizations are experiencing. It's drowning the DLP teams, right? Like they're drowning in noise, and the only way to deal with that is just reduce the scope and catch less and less and less, because otherwise they have no way to sift through the alerts. But we're bringing AI into the game as a DLP analyst, if you will, that's going through all of these alerts, giving it a first pass, and is managing to take down, 10,000 alerts to 500 alerts that they can actually dive deep into and get the value from.
That's great. It's been great to see you innovate, both in terms of organically, but also with M&A. Talk about the Trail Security acquisition. What was the rationale there and the execution plan?
Yeah, so this DLP capability that I just described, that we just launched last week, Omni DLP, this overlay for the DLP program, that was the initial product the Trail were working on. When we looked at the Trail team, that product was obviously very unique in the market, and we found it very valuable, and we thought that it fit really, really well with our DSPM core. But at the same time, we also saw a team that is continuing to learn and continuing to listen to customers in their space. And we brought them on not just for this product, but for their ability to continue to grow the DLP line of products that Cyera is delivering into the endpoint DLP space, into other DLP requirements. And they're doing that in a very, very tight way with the customers. So for us, it's all about the ability to continue to listen to the customers, iterate over what they're telling us, and be able to lean into that with strong engineering capabilities and product capabilities and deliver on the things that they need.
Love it. Music to my ears, my friend. Talk a little bit about where you go from here, right? This company has had an amazing journey. Just congratulations on that. It's so fun to watch the last few years you work. I imagine somewhere along the line, you're like, okay, I want to be like Wiz, or maybe I want to be better than Wiz, because, what an incredible outcome. You've really started to create multi-vector go-to-market models. You're doing acquisition with organic growth. Like, what do you see happening over the next 2 or 3 years with the company?
Yeah, so I think our goal over the next 2 or 3 years is to become the data security company, right? Today, we're the fastest growing data security company in the world. We just want to be the biggest. We want to be the most important company in data security. And I think that, our software today, our product today is pretty much it. That's pretty much the core that the customers need from us. I'm seeing around it a lot of spices. You look at the data security program in the enterprise, they might have like 20, sometimes even 30 products that are so niche, that are doing one little thing that they need done, but they really need it done. They needed that done so bad that they bought this niche product. So we're going to go and consolidate some of those needs into the central platform. We're going to create a unified experience around data security. And when you think about it, data security is fundamentally AI security. This is the biggest challenge to unlocking AI adoption in the enterprise. And I think that through a unified platform, through a unified approach, we can actually enable enterprises to adopt AI and to do it responsibly. And to usher in this age of innovation in a positive way, that I'm hoping that my grandchildren will say, wow, AI really changed the world for the better. Like we look at the Industrial Revolution, and they're not going to say, oh my God, you guys really killed the world with AI. Huh? You messed it up big time. Nobody can trust anything today. So I think that we have a very important, almost moral duty as to make that happen.
I love your energy, my friend. It's so fun to watch you work. The data security platform, I love it, or the AI data security platform. Ladies and gentlemen, Yotam, founder and CEO of Cyera. Awesome to watch you work.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Thank you very much.